Elliott ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field.
And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone.
Run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Fitzpatrick going to give to Gibson. It's a first down and more for Gibson.
Still moving. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. What we saw there, that's what we know that he can do. He can break tackles and turn them into big runs, and that's what he did.
And what is the buzz phrase nowadays in football for a guy like that? Contact balance. The ability to go through trash, come out the other side, avoid and run through contact, and keep your balance.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
It's a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick slings this deep from McLaurin, and this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
On 1st down, Hurts.
Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The end result, 21 yards.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the... Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
You ain't doing nothing today. 52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic. Check 31, check 31.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Montez Sweat, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown! Devontae Smith hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Picking up where they left off before the open week that they had last week as they won going into that. And no signs of being stale.
No, and that's really big for them because there's a trust factor that goes into this. Because what often happens, if you win the game before your open week, you should get more time off. But if you win the game before the open week, get more time off, and don't play well the next time out, that goes away. So they're making a statement that they like that time off.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up there.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-0, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground. And that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
Going deep here for Watkins. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That one goes for 36 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Eagles!
Devontae Smith
with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year.
And the Eagles lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Second and 10.
Throwing Fitzpatrick.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach, and let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over in his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're growing louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. Well, that's a function of losing and all the pressure that's on him. You hear about pressure creating diamonds? In this case, it's bursting the pipes of the coach.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Gibson. Oh, he breaks another. Room here to run. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Washington.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump, and he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48.
Throwing is Hurts.
Looking here for Smith downfield.
Oh, that's Smith. A nice catch.
And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith
doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick.
And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough, and I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
And they'll run here with Gibson.
And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Fitzpatrick to throw it. Flushed out right. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick.
He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And Washington able to make this a close game again.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it could be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Jamin Davis there to bring him down.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
This is Smith with a grab. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
Well, we saw Devontae Smith make plenty of highlight reel-worthy plays at Alabama in his Heisman Trophy season back in 20.
He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Devontae Smith
on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Fitzpatrick.
They'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. A nice little juke. And he takes it all the way down to the 32.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
And Fitzpatrick's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. Fitzpatrick. he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Well, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
3rd and long, Fitzpatrick following the sack. What can he and the gang come up with? To throw is Fitzpatrick.
This one left side caught by Gibson.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. But there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this. Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. From the red zone now, Fitzpatrick. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And nothing there on the return. They got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend. Tried to drop it in there, but it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on the job.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Fitzpatrick.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, Fitzpatrick. Over the middle, complete. That's Reyes. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Eluding the pressure right.
He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hurts. He'll fire it deep for Reagor.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's Fitzpatrick. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they will get to him behind the line, but they're out of timeouts, remember, and the clock continues to wind down. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first...
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Jamin Davis
in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Flush to his right. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Ask any pass rusher, and they'll tell you any quarterback who lines up every time and goes straight back in the pocket, that's who they want. But when they have to deal with a Jalen Hurts who may come at them from any angle and can get outside of the pocket and run, that's a nightmare for anybody who has to rush the quarterback. And I love Jalen Hurts' athletic ability. Almost a 4.6 runner. This guy can get outside the pocket and make plays with his legs as well as his arm.
Well, they found him 8 times in that first half, and this is his first catch of quarter number 3. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. He'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith, 37 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10
at their own 44.
They run the toss now with Gibson.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Now it's a bootleg with Fitzpatrick. Sliding out of the pocket. Room to run past midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half. No quitting here.
0.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Fitzpatrick. Throw left side complete. That's Gibson. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Fitzpatrick from the gun on 3rd down.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Runs over him. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing again on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 10 yards out.
And Washington able to close the gap just a bit.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed, way harder to cover than before.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action with Hurts. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Montez Sweat make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
After the sack on 1st down, Hurts. Forced under pressure again, and down he goes again. Chase Young in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs now leads to a 3rd and long.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Airing it out deep for Smith.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
The Eagles send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taken right around the 44. We'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return.
And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
Fitzpatrick now. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Hurts. Hurts fumbles it. And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep.
They juked him. Brought down around the 16 or 17. Showed some tough running, but couldn't free much space.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion and the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker.
On 1st down, Hurts.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Jonathan Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13.
Another try after the first down sack.
Hurts. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. He had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached, being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play. And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
This is Smith with the ground. And they'll get this down to the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal.
And they're going to stop him here short of the goal line with the flag down. Well, this could set up a very interesting decision. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he fends him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts rolling to his right. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Airing it out deep for Smith. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Fitzpatrick to throw it.
He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Fitzpatrick now to throw on 1st down. And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Fitzpatrick
winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taken in at the 22. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
And that is incomplete.
How did that not connect? That's one of the rare deep balls he hasn't hit so far. 5 touchdowns already, and you see he's still airing it out. I wonder if he's getting run plays that are sent in, and he's switching them to deep passes.
Flushed out right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
Another incompletion would certainly be ideal defensively. A big play now. This is 3rd and 10. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Hurts to his former Alabama teammate Smith for an Eagle first down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
Montez Sweat has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Looking here for Smith downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hurts going to keep it again.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not.
Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. A little careless with the football. He also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Smith. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. But things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Fitzpatrick. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. It may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
Now Fitzpatrick.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Fitzpatrick to throw.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Gibson. And he's got room. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
7 yards on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
Here's Fitzpatrick. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield.
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown,
and now they're going to fake it. And he gets into the end zone. My goodness. An unbelievable call in the late stages. But the fake works and gives them the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And got his man complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And he missed it. He missed it right. It's no good. And that's going to cost him the football game. So a field goal that could have won it went awry. Pretty good distance field goal. It wasn't a chip shot, but still, that one's going to stick with him for a little while, you'd have to think.
It is, and I know that he missed that one, and they walk off the field, and